In Court on TKO8 Television is brought to you in part by Campbell Bonding Company. Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
State versus Larry Anderson, 17-191. Possession of controlled substances, drug paraphernalia, other charges. Did he make application?
We represent him, Judge.
You represent him?
Yes,
okay.
sir. He's here for a pretrial.
Are there any pretrial matters?
Judge, the lab is not back from the crime lab, so we're waiting on that. I do have a motion I'd like to ask the court to reduce his bond, currently at $75,000. He's been in custody since May the 8th. He is from Alpena, and he would be living in 216 Highway 412, Alpena. That's where his mother lives. He doesn't currently have any employment, but he does have other relatives in the county, which his brother Donald Anderson, and his dad Ray Anderson, his grandmother Margaret Anderson lives in Green Forest. He does have a couple of prior felonies, I believe, Judge, out of Washington County. One which is one's a forgery, one's a failure to appear. Given the circumstance with the crime lab and everything, we'd ask the court to consider a $5,000 surety.
There's not an affidavit in the Court Connect, so I don't know anything about the case. What's the state's position?
Judge, I can tell the court that the evidence was submitted to the crime lab on May 17th, and so it's still in a received status. Hopefully we'll get that soon. The case arose from a traffic stop. Mr. Anderson does have the criminal history that Mr. Hancock relayed to the court. Judge, I don't particularly have a problem with a bond reduction. It's currently set at $75,000. I think $5,000, given the nature of the charges and his criminal history, might be a little low. Judge, I would be agreeable with a $15,000 bond.
Judge, that's essentially setting no bond. He can't make a $15,000.
I'll tell you what. Since I don't have the affidavit before me, I'm just going to take it as submission because I need to read that before I reduce.
And Judge, I do have we always file a copy of the affidavit with the information. I do have the original here in the file. I'll be happy to provide it to the court.
Is it very long?
It's not. Well,
let me read it later. So
about 3 pages.
Yeah, I'll just read it later.
I'll provide it to the court on break.
Thank you. I'll consider your bond, sir. That's all we can do right now. State versus Clifford Andrews, 10-69, 10-154, and 11-200. I guess they're revocations. Good morning.
Morning, Your Honor.
I thought we were doing a pretty
Is this
good
his
job
first appearance on all three of these?
Judge, I don't know how to answer that because we had a telephone hearing with Judge Webb last Friday evening about 5:30. And
Okay.
at that point, he advised him of his rights and right to counsel.
Well,
Judge, it sounds like he had an 8.1, but he hasn't had his first appearance on the revocation petition.
I guess I should have been more precise. Is here for arraignment?
Yeah, Judge, what it is, it's a first appearance on some probation revocations. Mr.
Right.
Andrews does have a new case, but we're still waiting on the warrant to be returned to the clerk's office so we can get a docket number.
And, Your Honor, the revocation is based on the new charges, I believe, the
Okay.
state has stipulated.
And Judge, in looking at the docket, we've got a situation where it looks like the original judgment in one of the cases was signed by this court, and then there was a previous revocation judgment that was signed by Judge Webb.
All right. Did you say there's a new case?
There is a new case, Judge. We've
There
typed it. The warrant's been issued, but we're waiting for it to be returned to the clerk's office for drawing of a docket number so he can
Okay.
be arraigned. I think
Very well.
Nick was going to check on that, but I don't know if he has an answer yet.
Well, we can change it later, but is hearing pleas of not true to this?
That is correct, Judge.
Okay.
And we also want to address the bond issue. He's out on a $25,000 bond on the new charges. On his previous cases, it's my understanding that he never failed to appear. And we had asked, and I know the prosecution's going to oppose this, we had asked that his $25,000 bond also cover the revocation.
Okay,
Judge,
well,
in looking at the petitions to revoke, it looks like that Mr. Andrews has some additional charges. They're probably in district court, but it's like 2 DWIs that occurred late last year that also form the basis for the petition. But the primary focus on it is this new charge, which is a crime of violence, a couple of crimes of violence, actually. All 3 of them are crimes of violence. And of
Your
course-
Honor, I have, the alleged victim has came to my office, and I believe this to be fairly defensible. If she says the same thing on the witness stand, she said in my office, and I told her up front, I'm not trying to coerce you or tell you what to say in any respect.
well, we'll enter pleas of not true on the cases we're here today on. And, I mean, here's another thing. I guess, assuming he went through a bondsman,
Yes, Your Honor.
well, I can't just hoist 3 new cases on the bondsman. They'd have to agree to that.
Well, this was just on the revocation today. I mean, if you need to set him a new bond, that's fine. It's very tough to defend someone when they're locked up.
I know. But
So
what
if
I'm
you
saying,
need-
he made the bond on the new case.
Correct.
Is the bondsman willing to go along with that? I don't know who made it.
I can't speak for him, so if you need to set a new bond,
I tell you what, I'll just set the new bond on the 3 revocations at 25. But if the bondsman's willing to go along to cover on both of them for the 1 new bond, I'm happy to do that. In other words, taking it on 3 new cases, but don't want to hoist that onto them without
Sure.
their approval.
sure.
Don't
that'd
know
be
that I
fine,
could.
Judge. Okay.
Okay, now we need a hearing date.
We do, Judge, and again, this may be one of those situations where looks like Judge Webb signed the sentencing order in 2011-200.
Okay,
He also, this court signed the judgment in 2010-69,
okay.
and then this court also signed the judgment in 2010-154.
Okay, well, I'll just take them. When should we set it, given the,
Judge, based on the new offenses, Mr. Parker may have had the benefit of speaking with the alleged victim in this case, but I have not. When was he served with the warrants?
why don't I set it within the time, and then if the 2 of you agree to some kind of continuance, I suspect I'd go along with it.
Okay, Judge, if you don't mind, do you have a docket that might be in early October?
The 6th of October.
Tim, would you have a problem with that? That's within our 60
Currently
days.
scheduled to be in Howard County. I expect
Okay.
that case to settle. It's an adoption. If you want to go ahead and set it for the 6th, and then if I need to get back to you, I will.
Okay, that'll be fine.
Okay.
Thank you. And Tim, I do have copies of the revocation paperwork for discovery. I'll go ahead and give those to you today.
Okay, thank you.
I was advised by the bailiff, Your Honor, that the warrant was served on the new case. It's just
Okay.
somewhere between being served and being returned to the clerk's office.
Very well. Anything else?
No, Your Honor, that's all I have.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of a community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There is one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a crucial commitment to their community because just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud. Harrison has a Health Mart now. Sam Alexander Pharmacy, on the square in downtown Harrison. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Join Sammy Klein Thursdays and Fridays during the TKO8 local newscast for this week's closing livestock market report. Made possible by Quality Feed Grains of Harrison and Bellefonte. Quality Feed Grains has you covered. Everything for cattle, pets, deer, equine, poultry, seed and spray, show feed, and garden. Check their website, qualityfeedgrains.com, now for this month's special. Quality Feed Grains of Harrison and Bellefonte, proud sponsors of the Livestock Report with Sammy Klein on Harrison's broadcast station TKO Channel 8.
Summer is here, and Sisters Flower and Gift Shop has recently received a large selection of new and unique items, from colorful tableware, centerpieces, wall decor, home accent, razorback products, and a baby department with clothes and accessories. Sisters has the perfect gift for any occasion. For the future bride and groom, Sisters offers a complete bridal registry. Birthday, wedding, anniversary, or just because. Sisters has something for everyone. Sisters Flower and Gift Shop. We are so much more than flowers.
From the makers of the best-selling Yamaha Grizzly and Kodiak 700 comes the all-new Kodiak 450, the world's only midsize ATV with Yamaha-proven off-road capability, all-day comfort, and confidence-inspired performance. The all-new Kodiak 450, starting at just $59.99.
My name is Deborah. I work at Dental Creations on the Square in Harrison. Not only do I work at the front desk, but I'm also a dental assistant. So I'm seeing you from the beginning throughout the whole process and even at the end of the process. We're happy to help in any way we possibly can, and I think that sets us apart from most offices. We don't just hustle you through here just to make a dollar. We're here for you, and we want to do the best we can for you.
Dental Creations on the Square in Harrison, next to the Big Red Boot.
State versus Travis Baskin, 15-115. It's a drug case obstructing governmental operations. We appear here for a plea deadline.
Judge, this is a revocation case. He's
Oh,
got,
it's a revocation?
yes, sir. He has two other revocation cases in front of Judge Webb. I believe they're set for next week.
There must be a wrong entry in here then.
I think it was a situation where he's on concurrent probation in, is it 3 cases?
Yes.
And 2 are in Judge Webb's court, and 1 is in this court.
Okay, this is supposedly for monitoring, so whatever that means.
I'm not sure what that means.
Do we just need to set a hearing on the matter?
We do need a hearing, Judge, but I'd also like to address, see if the court would set a bond. He's currently under a no bond.
Okay, has he got a new case?
No, sir.
No, they're technical violations, Your Honor. I think probably the most significant one is going to be the failure to pay. Mr. Hancock and I reviewed his ledger sheet from the sheriff's office before court, and he owes a sizable amount, and there's no history of any payments being made.
Judge, I don't think there's restitution owed. I think it's in the form of almost $8,000 in pay for stay, but he does owe some fines and fees and costs as well. We'd ask the court to set a $300 cash bond on all three of the cases if it could.
What's the owe now?
Judge, the total is just under 16,000, and about 7,500 of that is a pay for stay assessment. So it's about half pay for stay and half other fines, costs, fees, and restitution in the case is $500. If we could just get I'm going to propose a cash bond of $500 so we could get at least the restitution to the victims squared away, and then we can worry about fines and costs when we come back.
Okay. Well, that'd be fine, 500 cash bond, and could we have the hearing on the 22nd? I mean, looking at alleged conditions violated, I don't see why not.
Yeah, and this is not one involving new criminal offenses, so I think we could.
Several alleged failures to report.
Right.
Has never been made any payment?
According to the ledger sheet, there are no notations of any payments being made.
Okay. September 22nd, 1 o'clock.
Judge, could that cover all of the?
That's fine.
All of them. Thank you, Judge. Mr. Baskin, it's a $500 cash bond, okay, for the revo cases, but you still need to be in front of Judge Webb next week and back in front of Judge Putman on the 22nd if you get out, okay? And if you get out, you need to go directly to the probation office and check in.
Okay.
All right.
State versus Keith Breedlove, 17-233. Theft by receiving, fraudulent use of a debit or credit card.
Yeah, approach.
Yes. Mr. Breedlove, I appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. And it looks like you're appearing for an arraignment. How does he plead?
Plead not guilty.
We'll enter the plea of not guilty, and usually would it be October 10th, or when are we?
November 17th.
November 17th, I'm sorry, November 17th. We'll have a pretrial in your case on November 17th at 9:30 or soon thereafter, as we can get to it. State versus Amy Brown, 16-315. It was a drug case. So here on a revocation.
Judge, I believe Ms. Brown will need to be transported. I don't know if we're going to be in a position to take up the inmates before lunch or not, because I do know of at least one that we may have to take up in the afternoon. I discussed that with the bailiffs, but haven't had a chance to discuss it with Mr. Hancock to see if we're going to try to bring them after lunch or try to do anything before.
Okay.
I'm thinking probably after.
Well, we'll see how it goes, and we'll transport you to the courthouse at some time today, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. State versus Gregory Bryant, 17-185. Possession of firearms by certain persons. Let's see, he's entered a plea of not guilty, hasn't he?
Yes.
Okay, we'll issue a scheduling order in the case. And
Your Honor?
what?
It's his
Not mine.
This one's his dad's.
Oh.
They're both Gregory Bryant's. There's one has a
Okay.
2 at the end, and then the other is a senior.
Do we know his case number?
He has 3 of them. He's on Division 4.
Oh.
Well, okay, on the list, it's 17-185. Whose case is that?
It's the one in the front row.
Yeah, the
It
father.
shouldn't be on the inmate list, Your Honor.
Okay, well, we'll get back to him then. Well, do we know this gentleman's case number?
Judge, I'm showing 2016-197 and 2017-196.
Okay.
I think those are Division 4 cases, Your Honor.
197 also?
Yes.
Okay, well, I don't guess there's anything to be done today then. I'll just order him to appear before Judge Webb
Next Friday?
next Friday,
Okay.
15th, 8:30. Okay, well, you may stand aside. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
17-165, William Bryant. Drug case.
Your Honor, Mr. Bryant has 2 cases on the docket, a revo and a new case, and we have a plea agreement, and he'll be entering that plea this afternoon.
Okay, we'll transport you to the courthouse, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Is there anything to be done in Ms. Cochran's several cases? 16, 22, 157, 207, 209, 17, 211.
Judge, the most recent case is a drug case. We are waiting on the lab report. I have made an offer to wrap up everything, but I don't know if Ms. Cochran wants to enter that plea before we get the lab report or not.
Judge, I've talked to Mr. Carter about these cases, and he's talking to the young lady over with the drug court assessment, and she's either going to plea in the drug court when I hear back from Mr. Carter next week, or if that doesn't work out, then we'd ask that she be transported to resolve the cases in front of you today.
Okay, so I just need to recall the case.
Yes, sir.
Oh, so they're going to do the screening today?
No, they've already done it.
Oh, they already
Just
done. Oh, they're okay.
Issue of the RCA.
All right, we'll get back to your case later, ma'am.
Thank you.
State versus Timothy Gallagher, 17-127. Charged with rape.
Gallagher.
Your Honor, Justin Downham represents Mr. Gallagher, and Mr. Downham was going to travel out to the jail this morning to go over a police state with Mr. Gallagher, but I'm not sure if they've had a chance to do that yet.
Mr. Downs was
Yeah.
here this morning. Said that he was going to be.
Okay.
We'll recall the case.
I anticipate we'll be bringing Mr. Gallagher over for a plea this afternoon.
Okay. We'll take up your case later, sir.
Fine.
State versus Eric Hacker, 15-251. Failure to appear, failure to register. And I guess this is a revocation.
It is, Your Honor, and I believe Mr. Hacker.
He also have his name on another case, but I don't have the case number.
He has a revocation in a new case, but again, I think it's a situation where we're needing the warrant returned so we can draw a docket number and have him arraigned.
Okay.
The revo was for a first appearance. I don't believe he's entered a previous plea.
All right. We'll enter plea of not true. And do you know offhand who signed the sentencing order? I can look here.
Let's see. Don't know that I
I
have
did.
You
I
did?
signed it.
Okay. The revocation is based in part on the new criminal offense.
Okay. When would you like to set it for hearing?
He was served with the warrant on August 28th. If we could set it for that October date that we set the previous case on.
Is that the 8th?
Or the 6th, I
rather.
believe. Yes,
6th.
sir.
October 6th, 9:30 is when we'll schedule the revocation hearing in your case.
Okay, we getting bond on that, or?
Don't know, what's the new allegation, what type of crime are we looking at?
The new allegation is failure to register as a sex offender, Your Honor. His prior history includes a previous conviction of failure to register last year. Of course, we also have the underlying sex offense.
What?
His bond on that charge is currently set at $10,000.
Schedule offender is he, do you know?
Judge, I'm not sure what his risk assessment is at.
All right.
I don't have anything that indicates that.
Do you know?
No, sir, I don't. Judge, he has made application in the new case.
Okay.
We'll put in the case number whenever they draw one.
Okay. I'll tell you what, when you get time, if you'd tell me, what is it? What do you call it?
The risk assessment level?
What level he's at, I'll rule on.
A phone call to Little Rock should answer that question. I'll take care of it.
Mr. Hacker, what is your risk assessment level? Are you a 2, 3, or 4? Do you
I don't
know?
know, I've never been told, really.
You've never been told? Okay. All right.
I have somebody at Saucer I can contact and get an answer to that.
I don't know how accurate it is, but I think on the sheriff's website, that lists those, but I don't know. But at any rate, we'll get to that. That's all we can do right now, sir. Thank you.
Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
Summer is here, and Sisters Flower and Gift Shop has recently received a large selection of new and unique items, from colorful tableware, centerpieces, wall decor, home accent, Razorback products, and a baby department with clothes and accessories. Sisters has the perfect gift for any occasion. For the future bride and groom, Sisters offers a complete bridal registry, birthday, wedding, anniversary, or just because. Sisters has something for everyone. Sisters Flower and Gift Shop. We are so much more than flowers.
The Townhouse Cafe in downtown Harrison is offering a great reason to wake up on Saturday mornings. Their incredible brunch. Starting at 7 a.m., you can enjoy all of your traditional breakfast favorites or some of these decadent dishes. Eggs Benedict, featuring an English muffin topped with ham, 2 eggs, made any way you like, and topped with fresh-made hollandaise sauce. Plus, you'll also get your choice of hash browns or home fries. Perhaps something even more delectable. Townhouse Cafe's fabulous U.S. farm-raised butterfly trout grilled with a drizzle of hollandaise sauce, 2 eggs any way you like, hash browns or home fries, and either a biscuit or toast on the side. Absolutely delicious. Saturday brunch at the Townhouse Cafe in downtown Harrison.
You know, we should always remember to have a working smoke detector where we sleep. Let's go! Let's go! Okay, we're all safe, we're all safe. In an emergency, you need a meeting place outside the whole family can meet, so you know everyone is safe.
State versus Nicole Hagbush, 17-40, forgery and theft.
Judge, I believe there was a failure to appear in this case in Division 4 previously.
Okay.
And I'm assuming she's been served with that warrant, and that's why she's in jail
All
now.
right. I'll schedule her to appear before Judge Webb on the 15th.
Sir, is there any way I can get a bond reduction?
What is your bond set at now?
No bond? I already talked to Campbell, who was on my previous bond, and he has no problem rebonding me out.
Mr. Gibson, do you know why she didn't appear?
I was in the process of moving. I started a new job. I work at a Tyson's Hatchery Farm 7 days a week. I now live in Madison County. I have my own house. I have 2 small children at home that are in kindergarten and 1st grade. I moved out of Boone County to stay out of trouble, and I've been doing fairly well until I ran out of gas on the side of the road, and Washington County asked me my name.
Well, ma'am, this is on July 14th. This is September.
Yes, sir. I moved in July and didn't realize it, and I know that I should have called and I should have tried to reschedule.
Did
and
you
with
did you
the
con
new job.
Did you contact your lawyer?
No, sir.
Okay.
I did contact Campbell.
Okay. We'll just set it. I'll have her appear before Judge Webb on the 15th.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
State versus Brandon Hale, 13-27 was a drug case. Let's see, why are we here today? Do we know?
Judge, has he entered a plea on the revo?
Well,
I don't have any notes in my file that indicate he's ever entered a plea.
I think he appeared before me, so I'm sure he did it. I don't see that it says that, but
Oh, I see. We're appearing for attorney status.
August 25th.
We're appearing for attorney status, and he currently has a hearing set for September 22nd. I think it's based on a new charge that's
Okay.
actually in Division 4.
Who represents you, sir?
I put in for a public defender, Your Honor.
Okay.
They said that Dan Hancock was going to be representing me.
Okay, I see it.
Paperwork said yesterday.
Okay, the public defender's been appointed, so.
Okay. So we're set for hearing on the 22nd.
Okay. Anything else? Okay, that'll be all today, sir. Thank you so much. You may stand aside. What?
Is there any way I can get a bond?
Judge, the state's not going to agree to any change in his bond situation.
I remember doing the 8.1 on you, and there was some problem. I don't remember what it was. Maybe.
I had, on my current charges that I have, Your Honor, I posted a $15,000 cash only bond, and Judge Webb reinstated it and asked me to report to the probation office every week. And then when I went to be released, I was served a warrant for a revocation. I've been in here over 2 months, Your Honor, and my bond has been reinstated on my current charges of $15,000 cash bond, and this is my first violation, Your Honor. If I can bond out, I've got 2 daughters that need me there. They're twin daughters and they were born premature. They have appointments every week down in Little Rock with specialists.
Judge, the new offense involves a charge of felony fleeing.
I'm even willing to do house arrest if possible. I mean,
2 charges of purpose to deliver controlled substance along with the fleeing charge.
What, can you make another cash bond?
probably a cash or parole bond, or if you could just let my $15,000 cash bond stand good, Your Honor, I will appear in court and I will report.
Well, sir, if you can make a cash bond, why is the public defender representing?
I didn't make the bond. Family members came together and put the money together because the bond was cash and pro, and then it got raised to cash only.
Are they willing to put up another cash bond?
They ain't got that much money.
Okay, we'll just leave it as scheduled.
How much of a bond are you talking, Your Honor?
We'll just leave it as scheduled.
Summer is here, and Sisters Flower and Gift Shop has recently received a large selection of new and unique items, from colorful tableware, centerpieces, wall decor, home accent, razorback products, and a baby department with clothes and accessories. Sisters has the perfect gift for any occasion. For the future bride and groom, Sisters offers a complete bridal registry. Birthday, wedding, anniversary, or just because. Sisters has something for everyone. Sisters Flower and Gift Shop. We are so much more than flowers.
The Townhouse Cafe in downtown Harrison is offering a great reason to wake up on Saturday mornings. Their incredible brunch. Starting at 7 a.m., you can enjoy all of your traditional breakfast favorites or some of these decadent dishes. Eggs Benedict, featuring an English muffin topped with ham, 2 eggs, made any way you like, and topped with fresh-made hollandaise sauce. Plus, you'll also get your choice of hash browns or home fries. Perhaps something even more delectable. Townhouse Cafe's fabulous U.S. farm-raised butterfly trout grilled with a drizzle of hollandaise sauce, 2 eggs any way you like, hash browns or home fries, and either a biscuit or toast on the side. Absolutely delicious. Saturday brunch at the Townhouse Cafe in downtown Harrison.
Versus Jesse McElroy, 17-223, 17-237.
Judge, I believe we're here to check on attorney status.
Okay. It looks like... At least in 223, the public defender was appointed. Do you represent him in both cases?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Judge, in 223, we are waiting on the lab report. The evidence was submitted on June 28th. I believe we're contemplating, once we receive that lab report, working toward a resolution on both cases.
Okay, we'll just leave it as scheduled. State versus Noel Scott, 11-245. Hot check case, it's on revocation.
Yeah, she's set for hearing today, Your Honor. She'll need to be brought over.
Okay, we'll transport you to the courthouse, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
State versus Anthony Smith, 16-214. Not sure what the charges are.
Judge, he'll need to be transported.
Mr. Smith, we're going to transport you to the courthouse, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. State versus Michael Smith, 17-140. Possession of controlled substances. Okay, and 17-235 is a drug case also. Or 16 rather, 16-235.
He's somewhat lifeguard services judge. Quite complete performance.
We'll just transport him to the courthouse. He's not filled out his applications. We'll transport you to the courthouse, sir. Okay, 16-98 State versus Ebert Sims out of Newton County. Failure to pay a sex offender registration fee.
Judge, if we could have Mr. Sims transported, he'll be for plea.
Well, he's in Jasper, though.
Oh. He's for plea is all he's...
Okay, well, when's his trial set?
Trial is October 2nd, Your Honor.
October 2nd. Well, it's Judge Webb over there. I won't be back over there. Might take it over there today. Judge Webb's there.
If I can get down there, before they leave.
Okay. Unless you can talk the sheriff into transporting him. If I were you, I wouldn't make the call, but it costs them a lot of money. They don't have much money. Yeah. State versus Jonathan Young, 16-73. Breaker entering and theft. Good morning. You were on the bond?
Yeah, you give us an order. Yeah, we picked him up at Gassville or Yellville last night and put him in.
Okay. Okay, we'll see where we stand.
I believe Mr. Young's, before he disappeared, Your Honor, I had a plea offer, and I thought we were going to enter that. There were a couple of things the state had said that we would check on. I checked on those, and the victim is still pretty consistent in their position as to Mr. Young's being allowed in his home or being allowed to take things out of the home.
Okay.
So,
I will. We'll need to schedule the case again. And I don't know what kind of a bond he had earlier.
$2,500 for when I picked him up on.
Okay, are you willing to make another bond? Not really.
I'll think about it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna set the bond at $10,000, and that'll be between you and him. I'm gonna go ahead and release you from any obligation at this point, but if you make other arrangements, so be it.
Thank you.
We'll reschedule your case, sir.
Mr. Young,
Yes, sir.
if you get released, you need to contact the office and talk to me about your case, okay?
That's it. I appreciate it very much.
Yeah, can I contact you in Boone County or?
Yes, that'll be fine.
Okay.
All right.
State versus Chloe Allen, 17-141. Hot checks or check. Not exactly sure why she's here.
Judge, the pretrial was continued to this date from
Oh.
August 11th. Mr. Hancock and I have been in discussions on this case, and I have issued a subpoena to Capital One, which is the bank on which Ms. Allen's account is held, requesting some information on them to maybe direct us one way or another on the case, and I'm still waiting for that reply.
I suspect you'll wait a while.
Yeah, I do too, Your Honor. Anytime I have to mail a subpoena to another state, it takes a while to get a response, if I get one.
We'll just leave the schedule and see what happens.
Thank you.
Free to go. State versus Wesley Wilson, 17-25.
We're here for a change of plea based on an agreement with the state.
All right.
Judge, I have the signed plea statement, if I may approach.
Okay.
Judge, some additional information that may benefit the court. There was a child present at the home when this case arose. That is the Wilson's child, it's my understanding that DHS did become involved in the case in the beginning, but the child is back home with the Wilsons, and they understand that they are to continue to comply with any orders that come from that court.
Very well. Mr. Wilson, I'm looking at a police statement and some conditions of probation. Have you gone over these documents?
Yes, I have.
Do you feel you understand what's set out in the documents?
Yes, I do.
You've signed both of them, it appears. Is that
Yes.
right? You understand the charges against you and the range of penalty?
Yes, I do.
Is it correct you're pleading guilty to maintaining a drug premise?
Yes.
And are there 2 counts of it?
Should be 1 count of maintaining a drug premises and then 1 count of the misdemeanor endangerment charge.
Okay. We'll look at this. We may need to mark it up. So I'm misreading it.
I see what you're saying, Judge. I accidentally put this.
Well, you can probably
First offense, yeah, we can eliminate that.
Yeah,
change.
if you can just do that right now.
Sure.
That won't be a problem.
Just 1 count, right? Shouldn't be
1 count of each, yeah.
Yeah, shouldn't be 2.
You just let, when you get done there, just let Mr. Mom or his client or both initial it.
Sure.
Just a typo, correct?
Right, right.
Put my initials there too.
Let me see what we got here.
We had the right sentence, but we had the.
That's correct.
It was a repeat on.
I see what you mean, yeah. Right. They just fixed that, just signed it. It was just typed in wrong.
Okay. So you're pleading guilty to 1 count of maintaining a drug premise, and 1 count of endangering the welfare of a minor in the 2nd degree?
Yes, sir.
When you plead guilty, give up your right to a trial. You also give up your right to an appeal. You understand this?
Yes.
Are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, I am.
Other than what's in this police statement, have you been promised anything to get you to change your plea?
No.
Has anyone threatened or pressured you to get you to change your
No,
plea?
sir.
Are you guilty of these crimes?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I don't have there's not an affidavit in here. Could you tell us briefly the factual basis?
Sure, Your Honor. This occurred on November 21st of last year. Mr. Wilson resided at an address in Boone County with his wife, Sadie, and another individual, Steve Brown. And although there's no evidence that the Wilsons were directly participating or involved in this, Mr. Brown at the residence was manufacturing a hallucinogenic controlled substance, DMT, and the Wilsons were aware that was taking place, and the Wilsons' child was living at the residence with them at the time.
Okay, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. This time I accept your pleas. It's a 346.
This is a 346. Okay. This is the one we talked to you about, Your Honor.
I accept your pleas. I'm going to place you on 3 years probation on the felony and 1 year's probation on the misdemeanor. It'll be under Act 346. It'll be $200 in the cost. You're ordered to pay a $2,000 fine, a DNA fee of $250, Is that, do we charge $250 on the?
Not on 346s.
May need to change the terms. Mandatory drug crime assessment of $125, $20 booking fee. Pay what you owe at the minimum rate of $100 per month, beginning within 60 days after your release, and you make your payments to the Sheriff's Department here in Boone County.
Okay.
You'll need to check in with probation before you leave.
Be over here, yeah. Ooh.
From the makers of the best-selling Yamaha Grizzly and Kodiak 700 comes the all-new Kodiak 450, the world's only midsize ATV with Yamaha-proven off-road capability, all-day comfort, and confidence-inspired performance. The all-new Kodiak 450, starting at just $59.99.
Summer is here, and Sisters Flower and Gift Shop has recently received a large selection of new and unique items, from colorful tableware, centerpieces, wall decor, home accent, Razorback products, and a baby department with clothes and accessories. Sisters has the perfect gift for any occasion. For the future bride and groom, Sisters offers a complete bridal registry. Birthday, wedding, anniversary, or just because. Sisters has something for everyone. Sisters Flower and Gift Shop. We are so much more than flowers.
Sam Alexander Pharmacy has expanded and is now offering many additional products and services. Their new pharmaceutical compounding area allows them to create products to fit the unique needs of a customer. They also have added Spinco orthotic shoes and sandals, Dr. Comfort diabetic shoes, baby gifts by Aiden and Anais, and toys by Melissa and Doug. Stop in today and let them help you with any of your specialty pharmaceutical needs. Sam Alexander Pharmacy, your local Health Mart pharmacy in Harrison.
You know, we should always remember to have a working smoke detector where we sleep. Let's go, let's go. Okay, we're all safe, we're all safe. In an emergency, you need a meeting place outside the whole family can meet, so that you know everyone is safe.
Was that type wrong?
That one is correct.
This is right.
That one's already correct.
24.
This one is correct.
Okay. Ms. Wilson, I'm looking at a police statement and some conditions of probation. You've gone over these documents?
Yes.
And do you understand what's in the documents?
Yes.
Do you understand the charges against you and the range of penalty if you're convicted?
Yes.
Are you also pleading guilty to maintaining a drug premise and endangering the welfare of a minor?
Yes.
By doing so, you give up your right to trial, you give up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Right.
Are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Other than the sentencing recommendation, have you been promised anything in order to get you to change your plea other than what's in this document?
No.
Okay. Has anyone pressured you or threatened you to get you to change your plea?
No.
And you're, in fact, guilty of these crimes?
Yes.
And you were allowed someone to come into your home and manufacture some hallucinogenics of some type?
Yes.
Is that what happened? Okay. This time, I accept your plea. I'm going to place you on 3 years probation on maintaining a drug premise, 1 year's probation on endangering the welfare of a minor. This will be under Act 346. You're to pay $200 in cost, a $2,000 fine.
No DNA on this one, Your Honor. That should have been taken.
Probably need to adjust that in the terms if it's in here
Yes, sir.
too.
Okay.
And drug crime assessment of $125, $20 booking fee. caused your family a lot of grief, hasn't it? Okay, you'll need to see the probation officer when she becomes available. State versus Rosemary Barnes, 08-34. Let's see what we got here. No.
Your Honor, this is a first appearance on a petition to revoke, and
Have you got a lawyer, ma'am?
No.
Okay, you must have made application, right?
And Judge Webb did sign the sentencing order.
Okay. Okay, I'll enter a plea of not true, and your case is before Judge Webb. Appear before him on, you want me to have her appear before him or just set it for a hearing date?
Judge, I would say probably have her appear before him next Friday.
Okay, 8:30 next Friday, here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ready to go. State versus Freddie Beardsley, 92-272. It's an aggravated assault case.
Yes, sir.
What is that? Wait a second. He wants to bring it up here.
I'm here on my payments, sir.
This is a case where
I
your
see.
court's monitoring Mr. Beardsley's payments to the sheriff's office. You set him to appear for review today.
Looks like he's paying like clockwork. Do we need to have him come back? Or?
Judge, as long as he's paying, we can monitor this. Well, let's set him for one more review, and if he's continuing to make his payments, then I think at that time we can dismiss the petition and just address it in the future. If he stops paying, would 6 months out be okay?
I don't go that far, but I got December 15th on my sheet, but I got December 15th.
Let's do that.
Okay. 9:30, December 15th. Just continue to pay this, get this off your back.
Yes, sir. I have insurance payments, which you allowed me May. I've got them twice a year. It's May the 28th and November the 28th of each year that I have to make my insurance payment on my vehicle.
Okay. Well, when you come back on the 15th, remind me of that, because it'll be a skipped month. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Ready to go.
Okay, thank you.
Might have somebody write that down, unless your memory's better than mine. December 15th.
December 15th?
In Court on TKO8 Television is brought to you in part by Campbell Bonding Company. Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
Hamilton Berger takes on MeTV's #1 attorney, Perry Mason.
Any objection, Mr. Berger?
I object. Objection.
I object.
Overruled.
Will Hamilton